What is up, all my spooky ghouls? So today, I sound a little sick. I think I'm a little sick right now, but anyways, you guys want to know, and I read a bunch of my comments, my top 10 favorite horror movies. Maybe you'll agree with the list, maybe you won't. Everyone has their own, opinions on what they like. I'm not gonna lie. My head feels like it's gonna explode. I'm kind of sick right now, but it's okay. Let's get started on the list. Okay, my all-time favorite has to be Halloween, with Michael Myers, and the first one. I don't know why. I'm so obsessed with that film. Like, I just love the nostalgia. I love all the details. I love the story. And the fact that it was like a low budget film. If you guys didn't know, yeah, it was a low budget film. And like, I don't know, it's just crazy how big it's gotten. And Michael Myers is like one of the best well known characters, I think. Yeah, I don't know. I just really love the storyline. I love the mask. I love his jumpsuit outfit. Like, I don't know why. I think it's so cool. I just like the fact that, like, he doesn't say anything and you can't see his face. And that's just what makes it so much more terrifying. Also creepy that he like stalks whatever, like the babysitters and everything. Like, he just watches them, and I don't know. Maybe that was like one of the first like horror movies I've kind of saw when I was younger, and I just obsessed with it, and like, I don't know. And I like the fact that it's based around the holiday of Halloween, like it's based around that, and so it's like the whole month of October, It would have to be like my number one favorite. Next up, we have Child's Play. Obviously, like, I love Chucky. He's actually kind of cute. Like, he's like a cute doll. I don't know, but he's freaking evil, bro. He's evil. It's like one of the other movies I saw when I was younger, and I just really liked. I don't know why. Okay, when I first saw it, I don't know. I was very young, and I was like kind of terrified. I was like, oh my god, that toy came to life and it's killing people. Like, right? But no, as I got older, I was like, oh my god, he's so cool. Like, just the dialogue, I don't know how he is. Like, he's a little like an asshole, but I like it. Like, he's just a mean little evil dude, Like, and I like how just this little doll, right? But he'll kill you, and like, it's just crazy. And if you ever seen the videos of him like running, but yeah, definitely love Chucky. I'm obsessed with him. He's so cool. Like, I don't have a Chucky doll though. That's what I need to get. Just like the little NECA ones, you know what I'm saying? I do have a Chucky wallet and a Chucky bag, and like people that know me or get me stuff or whatever, like they buy me Chucky themed items because I have a tattoo. So I think that's kind of neat. But I like a bunch of characters. Next up, we have The Shining. I love The Shining. Okay, first of all, I love Jack Nicholson. He's like one of my favorite actors. I don't know why. I just like him a lot. And The Shining is just so, again, nostalgic. Like, the colors, the patterns, like, I don't know. And where they filmed at the Overlook Hotel, like, it's so beautiful. Like, the scenery is beautiful, and I don't know, I like it. And people do say it's like a slower film, which I do agree. Like, it is kind of long and a little bit dragged out, but it's more of like a psychological film. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's more like he gets cabin fever, and I don't know. I like it. I like psychological films because I like to break it down in my head. Like, I don't know, like, why is he doing that? Da, 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 or like, what made him go crazy? Would that make me go crazy? Would I do that? I don't know. I start to think like that. But yeah, the colors, I love the colors in there. Especially like the shining rug. Oh my god, the shining rug. I was looking on the internet and I wanted to buy one for my room, like the same pattern, it looks so dope. But yeah, I love The Shining. I love everything about The Shining. And the scene where there's like that old lady in the bathtub. Well, first she looks like all young and like hot, right? And then he goes to kiss her. and then and then he turns in the mirror and he realizes it's like an old rotten dead old lady, and he's like, like his face looks like so, You have to watch it. It's so funny. That scene is funny. It cracks me up. I'm like, oh my god, he looks like traumatized. But yeah, I absolutely love that movie. But I do want to visit the Stanley Hotel, Overlook Hotel. The real name is Stanley Hotel, but in the movie it's Overlook Hotel. But it's in Colorado. One day I really want to plan a trip and visit. I think it would be so awesome. I'm pretty sure they do tours and stuff like that. I was looking at like the packages and everything. Like it looks so cool. Like I would love to visit. And I also really like it's another weird like detail about the movie, but the hedge maze. I don't know why. I think it's so cool. I'm like, what the heck? And I would love to go in there and walk around and get lost. Well, no, I don't want to get lost because when I get lost, I freak out. But anyways, I was like, that's really cool. They have like a huge, gigantic maze. I'm not sure if they still have it or if that was just part of the movie. I don't know. All right, next up we have Friday the 13th. Hint, hint. You know what I'm saying? Um, I love Jason. He's such like a cool character. Like he's a vicious killer. Like he's gnarly. Like I don't know. He doesn't even say anything, and he's so I don't know. He's just like a big rotting guy, but he's so wicked. Like his mask, I love his mask. I love his like all the little details and everything, and his machete is cool. Like he's wicked. I would be terrified. And I like how it takes place on like, camping, a cabin, a lake, like foresty. Like I don't know why. Like I like the horror movies that take place in a camping setting. I don't know. I don't know why. I just think it's cool. Like it just goes together so well in my opinion. But yeah. Now, like for me, I only really like Friday the 13th, the first one, and then I like the newer 2000 version. I think it's like 2009 or something like that. Like I like that version too. But all the rest of them are like, I don't know, like they're okay. Oh, and then the what's it, Freddy versus Jason? I like that one. It's more like to me more comical. I was like, what the heck? And they're fighting and everything. Jason doesn't say anything. He looks like a big lunkhead, you know? Jason is freaking wicked. He's so cool, and I like how he's like just so grotesque and rotting, and I don't know. Yeah. But I do like the storyline of like how it's like teens and they're drinking and doing all this stuff and having fun, and then all this stuff just starts to happen and it goes like terribly wrong, Like I don't know, I just kind of like that storyline because it seems more like a realistic thing that did happen. Which, if you saw my other video, it is based on a true story. If you didn't know, I don't know. I like movies, like horror movies that are based on a true story. I don't know why. It kind of like scares me more. I'm just like, oh my god, this really happened. Like, yeah, they emphasize some things or they switch up details or whatnot, but still, like, the story, the whole like storyline is the same. You know what I'm saying? It's the same. Like, it really happened to somebody. Like, that's sad but crazy. But it makes me like it so much more because I do like true crime too. I don't know if you guys do. Like, um, I like hearing like true stories and stuff like that. I used to watch like Snapped and all that kind of thing. And I watched this other YouTuber, the Bailey Sarian. Oh, I love Bailey Sarian. She's so funny. And but I like the way she tells stories. She tells like true crime stories and everything, and I love her channel. But yeah, I like stuff like that. I don't. It interests me and it makes me think like, why did people do the things they did? Like why? Like what made them do that? Like how was their upbringing? Is there anything that could have changed? Because So I don't know. I like stuff like that. Okay, next up, I don't know if you guys heard of this film. I love it so much. It's called Black Christmas. Now, they have a version, 1974 version, and they have a 2006 version, I think. And I like them both, okay? They're both really good. I was just watching that the other day, actually. Basically, it takes place, around Christmas in a sorority, right? And everyone's getting ready. Like, some people go home, some people are staying for the holidays, like, just at the college, sorority house or whatever. And just there's like this psycho killer that's stalking them and killing them one by one. And I just love the suspense, and you don't know who the killer is, and the 19, what is it, 1974, I said? Yeah, 1974. Yeah, that version is like so much more scarier than the newer one. I don't know. Sometimes I find the older movies are scarier. 'Cause you gotta like use your imagination a little more, you know what I'm saying? But yeah. And it's just so nostalgic too. Like I love all the little details, like even their outfits, like how they talk. Like I don't know why, just like it's really neat and I enjoy films like that. But and I like how it's like horror and Christmas mixed together. Like I know there's a lot of movies like that now, but sometimes they're done kind of like cheesy, and that's okay if you like cheesy movies. Like don't get me wrong, like some of them are funny or like they're actually pretty gory, you know, but I don't know. This one I think was done really well. Like you should definitely check it out if you haven't seen it, if you like both holidays like me. So that's a movie like I would always put on. It's kind of like a comfort movie for me. Like I'll watch that one. Um, I also watch Child's Play and Friday the 13th and Halloween. Halloween is definitely like a comfort movie for me. Like if I'm not feeling good or I had a bad day or whatever, or I just feel like, you know, relaxing and just being alone, like I'll put on those movies. I don't that a little weird, but that's what comforts me. That's what makes me feel good, the horror movies. But yeah, Black Christmas, that one is pretty good. I like it. The older version is I think is way better than the newer version, in my opinion. Okay, next up we have Amityville Horror, and I am so obsessed with that movie. Um, I like the older version and the newer version. So the newer version with Ryan Reynolds. First of all, I love Ryan Reynolds. He's like one of my favorite actors ever. But he did such a good job in that movie. And that movie, I saw that when I was younger, and it kind of terrified me. I was like, I was a little scared. Like, it hit a nerve. I was like, But that one was done so well. It's more like I don't want to say psychological, but because it's you know about ghosts and demons in the house and stuff, but it makes them go crazy. You know what I'm saying? And it makes you snap. So I think I like that part of it, and I like the way how it was filmed, like even the colors and the type of what do you say, effect that they put over the camera and stuff like that. Like I don't know, I just really like it, and I like how they made it still look like it was back in 1972 or something like that, like early whatever 60s or 70s. But yeah, that one was really good, and all the actors in there were pretty cool. In the older version is really good too. Like that one is actually kind of scary also. And if you've seen Amityville Horror 2 with Kevin Bates, I think, or Kevin Bacon, that one's pretty scary too. This one, I think it's why I like it is because it's based on a true story. Yeah, they might have switched up the details a little bit or emphasized some things, right? But it really happened. You know what I'm saying? And people, and I watched so many documentaries on that case alone, like, and they're like, oh, some people say they did it because, you know, they wanted money and fame, but I don't think so. I think something really happened. And then I heard other things where it's like, people moved into the house after them and never heard or saw anything, so they thought they were lying, but you know. So, and the fact that it's like their house is on a lake, and I don't know, that's kind of like a creepy scene to it too. Like I don't know, but I love that movie. It's so interesting, and it's a lot of evil in the house. I don't know. I like it all. Another movie I like to watch is When a Stranger Calls. That one is because basically, I mean, I don't want to give it away or anything, but it's just, you know, someone stalking this girl that's babysitting, right? And it just goes, it's just crazy. They have what was it? They have a newer version and an older version, like a 1970 version and like a newer 2000 version. And the fact that it's like based on a true story, it's based off like murders, like real life babysitter murders that happened to somebody, and that's pretty scary. That movie, I think it's scary because you never really see the killer, and he keeps calling, and he's like stalking, so you know he's outside your house watching you, or even inside the house watching you, but you can't see him or find him. Oh my gosh, that's terrifying. I think that's the part that scares me the most. Like, and then you have to watch these kids and make sure nothing happens to these kids. Yeah, no, no. Yeah, that part is scary. Like, how, like, I don't know, like, you can't even see him and he's watching you. He knows where you're at, you know? And it's just, ugh. That one's really creepy. And the fact that it's based on, like, real murders, like, yeah, that one is terrifying. I love it, though. And it's like she has like a flip phone in this one. Next up, we have the Omen. I love the 1976 version. I also saw the newer version, but my favorite is the 1976 one. And you know, it takes place of like the little boy. He's being adopted by this couple, but he is straight evil. I think like I couldn't remember if he's like the devil's son or I don't know, something crazy like that. And yeah, that movie, the older one scares me more than the newer version. I don't know why. All right, next up is Ready or Not. That one's really twisted, weird, very gory too, and I love it. Like it's an interesting storyline. It's suspenseful. Um, Definitely a lot of twists and turns in that movie, but like this girl gets married into this rich family, and on the night of the wedding they're like, hey, like let's play some games. You every time someone gets married, the bride or groom has to play a game, you know, to be accepted in the family or whatever. And she's like, okay, and then they try to kill her. Like she's a sacrifice. They said like she's a sacrifice in order for them to keep their riches, you know. And it's just it's just crazy, a lot of twists and turns, and it's actually pretty gory and bloody. I love it, and it's like a lot of pop up scares, you know, and that one's pretty cool. I saw that like a few years ago, but I was like, oh, I really like this movie. I like the actor too, like so. Definitely check that movie out. It's really strange, the slasher kind of, but a newer version of it with a little bit more twists and turns in it, you know. All right, next up on the list is The Devil's Rejects. Oh my gosh. I like that movie. All the movies that are like by Rob Zombie are so weird and twisted. Like, especially like if you've seen the Halloween version by Rob Zombie, ugh, super weird. But I love it. But anyways, so The Devil's Reject, yeah, that one is like some crazy ass hillbilly people that are like just psycho, and they love killing, and it's just so weird. And the fact that I don't know if it's based off a true story, I don't think so, but um definitely could have happened, you know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure it has. I don't know, but yeah, that, and the fact that it's the devil's rejects, like the devils didn't even want them, you know what I'm saying? Like that's that movie's a little twisted, weird, but it has all like your checklist, you know what I'm saying? If in a horror movie, you know, like it's just like gory, suspenseful, um, just freaking weird. That movie's weird, but I like it a lot. It's a good movie. Uh, yeah, definitely check. I'm pretty sure you guys saw that one. If not, you should definitely check it out. It's very odd, but done very well, I think. And the girl, what's her name? Wait, I gotta think her name. Her character is Baby in the movie, but she's actually married to Rob Zombie, which is the director of the movie. You know what I'm saying? So I always thought that was cool. Like she's in all his movies, which is really neat. And yeah, so Captain Spaulding too. Like he's very weird. Like that. Like he's wearing like the clown makeup and everything, but it's like he never takes it off the whole entire movie. It's just weird. I was like, what the heck? And that's the first movie I saw that actor with, like that actor in. So then when I saw another movie with him with no makeup, I was like, he looks weird without makeup. But yeah, that movie's so weird and twisted, but it's a good one. You should definitely check that one out if you haven't, or if you have, let me know in the comments down below. Let me know what you think. And what's your favorite scary movie? I sound like Scream. What's your favorite scary movie? Yeah, comment down below what it is. Um, Maybe it's the ones on the list, maybe it's something different, maybe it's never seen. Or if you have some recommendations, let me know in the comments down below. Make sure you like and subscribe this video. And yeah, next on the list is Stirrers of Echoes. That movie terrified me. I, I saw that movie when I was very young. And you know when you see stuff when you're young or whatever? Well, for me, I remember like bits and pieces, that stood out. So, and of course, it's like the most messed up pieces that stood out to me and kind of scarred me and carried it on till adulthood. No, that movie is creepy and psychological and just like messed up and just, yeah, that the fact that like I think the part that I remember that messed me up the most was like, so when they're showing the story as to what happened in the beginning, I guess you could say, and she, like, this girl got pulled into a house by these boys and they just like took advantage of her. And oh my god, the way they did it was like, oh my gosh, like it was kind of like traumatizing. I was like, what the heck? And the fact that like, I don't know, that part really like messed me up. And they ended up killing her and, you know, buried her in the house. I think the parents covered it up for the sons or for the boys or whatever. So that part really messed me up too. I was like, oh my gosh. I mean, uh, it's like a sad horror, but messed up and interesting and scary movie. I think the ghost and stuff scared me the most. Like, I don't know. That one was kind of scary. I don't like. I mean, I like it, but it makes me like this. Like I be watching it like this, especially if I'm alone in my house and like it's dark and everything, and I'm just like, oh my god, I start to sweat and everything. I'm like, oh my god, but I'm covering with the blanket. Yeah, yeah. That movie's it's a lot. Okay, the last on my list is Your Next. So if you guys haven't seen this one, definitely check it out. Really weird, messed up, twisted kind of movie. So basically this movie, like, um this rich family kind of invites all their kids over to their house and their boyfriend or girlfriends, and they bring them all with, right, to kind of like mend the family together kind of thing, like. And so just stuff starts to go wrong though. Like there's someone after the family and it's like they're stalking them and trying to kill them, and it's very gory, but it's not like a slow boring death. Some are, but some it's like exciting, and like there's always like just crazy things happening, like arrows through windows, and like they're straight like people are straight up attacking this family in the house. Like it's just like you know what I'm saying? And the fact that like I don't want to like spoil it, but who you find out the killer is like what the heck, and like why they did it, you're like what. But the main character is like the girlfriend, and her name is Erwin, I think that's how you say it. But she's like, what the heck, whatever. But she turned out to be like badass in the film. Like her fight, like, it's just it starts to get better towards the end. Like a lot more fighting scenes and gory and just like I don't know about you, but I love fighting scenes. Like especially when a girl is doing them. I don't know. I think it looks so cool. Um, but yeah, so that movie I have to say would be on my list. It's definitely a must watch. It's twisted and you're kind of trying to find out what the heck is happening, who's the killer, because it's like one of those ones that are like Clue. What is it? Clue, like that movie Clue, like they disappear, they come back, like oh my god, who happened? Who did it? Da, da, da. But you're like maybe it was him, but maybe it wasn't. Like yeah, you're just kind of like hopping around to different people, figuring out like who's the killer. I kind of love doing that because I'll stick with one person in my head while I'm watching the movie. I'm like definitely the killer, yeah. And then you're like, wait, he might be the killer. I don't know. I like doing that kind of things, but yeah, I definitely check out that movie. It's really good. I think I like it. So that's gonna do it for this video. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. That was my top 10 favorite horror movies. No, that's as of right now. It might change. Who knows? Like, if you guys like give any recommendations, stuff like that, and I end up watching them, like my list will switch. But as of right now and today, that's my list pretty much. Let me know in the comments down below if you guys seen any of those movies, or if you have a recommendation of a movie I should watch, or if you just want to talk about a movie. Like, I love talking about horror movies. I think they're so fun and so cool to watch, and I enjoy talking about them and sharing all the little details. But yeah, let me know your favorite scary movie in the comments down below. But let me know what you guys think of this video. Would you guys like me to do more personal videos of like what I like and stuff like that, or like to talk about? I don't know. I know I did this video off a recommendation in my comments, and thank you for the recommendation. I had fun actually making this video, and yeah, just let me know if you guys want me to do anything else besides, going places, because I can always just sit and talk with you guys and share me or my life or interest or likes or dislikes or whatever. Like, talk. Like, I love it. And yeah, sorry, I'm still sick. Like, yeah, I feel like crap. But yeah, so check my links down below of my social medias and everything like that. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. As always, I really appreciate you guys. It means so much that you guys love my videos and my content. I'm glad you like spooky and horror stuff just like me. I love connecting with you guys and meeting people that like the same things I do, because I don't look crazy talking about this stuff. And I know you guys actually really enjoy it. And thank you. And I'm glad you enjoy me and like me talking and sharing my life. Yeah, I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. Stay spooky, guys. Bye.